today. So this is Reels that Radiate Confidence with Instagram Reels expert, Brooke Strauss. I'm so excited to be here. I have so many questions for you. And I met Brooke in, I'll pull up random Instagram lives and just kind of wonder what she's talking about. I feel like it's like the 21st century version of like call-in radio. You're like, well, let me just see what so-and-so is talking about. And so I was listening to an interview with Brooke, and just her confidence just was oozing through the screen. And I was like, I'm going to talk to this person, whether she wears makeup or not. I don't care. I just want to know, like, if I just wanted to hear, like, where does this confidence come from? I just was so grateful for the confidence that just reached through the screen. It just grabbed me. And so that's why I reached out to you.
Awesome.
And then Brooke is also a featured contributor in this round of the 7-Figure Image Challenge, which today is day 3. So by now you have learned how to put together a camera ready makeup look in 15 minutes or less. And I'm going to announce the winner of the 7-Figure Image Challenge. So we're going to announce 2 winners. One is going to win a makeup coaching package with me. And then another one of our winners is going to win a Reels audit with our expert here, Brooke Strauss. So she's going to infuse confidence into your Reels strategy. So, okay, so Brooke, tell us about yourself.
Well, thank you so much for having me and including me in the challenge. For the giveaway, I so appreciate you, and I'm glad that we met. And so my name is Brooke, and I'm an Instagram Reels coach. And I lovingly call myself the IG Reels fairy godmother. And what I do is I help business owners grow their Instagram followings using Reels. And I also help them mostly with content and recording tips and, it's giving a lot of support. But I also love to help them feel empowered and confident in their Reels as well.
Just in your introduction, I'm like, gosh, look at that smile. Look at that. Like, I'm just like, yes, I'm locked in. But so why is it important? Why is it important that we demonstrate confidence in our Reels? Like, why does that even matter?
Yeah. So we really, want to use Reels as a way to build relationships with our audience, but also to, position ourselves as an authority in our niche. And so if you're looking like you're not really confident, or if you just look really uncomfortable, that's going to shine through the camera. And that can affect, unfortunately, I think it affects your credibility, right? If you're not speaking or, sharing with that confidence and, while you're sharing your knowledge or whatever you're sharing in your Reels, I think people will notice that. And so we really want to appear confident, even if we're not, right? So I really think it'll help you appear, like what you're talking about, and then that'll build trust between you and your audience as well.
So you mentioned like positioning yourself as an expert in your niche. And so is that the only thing that, like, how your confidence can impact your audience's perception? Like, how else would it impact your viewer?
Well, I say that's, in my opinion, I think that's the main way that it can, affect your relationship with them. It's also about having the confidence to really be yourself as well, because we want to attract the people that really like us for who we are. And I'm talking about, like flaws and quirks and all of it, right? And so if we're really confident on the inside in who we are, I think that really will also just naturally shine through the camera, like we're confident in who we are, and I think that attracts people to you.
I agree with you. I had actually someone in this group said that they were just so, they wanted to get over this insecurity of being on camera. And so she said that she filmed a video of herself like once a day for 30 days, and even though she didn't post it. Like she just would get like, so I was like, oh, that was really like intuitive actually. Did she said, and you know what? I didn't die after 30 days. Like I just feel like I'm still here. But like, what are some tips for really radiating confidence on camera? I'm really excited to hear from you.
Yeah. And that's really smart what she did, by the way. Like, I think I could add that to my notes, you know.
Oh, good.
Yeah. She's practicing. Yeah, no, that's great that she did that. And like you said, she survived it, and you know, so no, and practicing is key. But so I have a few tips, but one of the first ones that I love to share is I think you really need to do what you have to do to feel comfortable, right? Because, you know, whether it's like the clothes that you're wearing, or, you know, putting on makeup, right? Or popping on a filter, or wearing your favorite cowboy boots, even if you're not showing your feet, right? Whatever it is that makes you just feel more comfortable, I think that helps you relax. And I think when you're relaxed, it helps you be more confident. So like for me, I'm not going anywhere without my big funky earrings, because like that's my jam. Like I've always had short hair for like since the 90s, and I always feel naked without my earrings. So for me, like that's an example. I guess I'd probably feel as confident without them, but they make me feel a lot more confident. So, you know, ladies, do what you got to do to feel comfortable, and that's gonna help you feel more like yourself. And even the environment where you record, like if you're very comfortable on your couch, start there. If you're a beach person and the beach is 2 minutes from your place and you spend a lot of time on the beach, start making some reels on the beach, right? Whatever makes you feel comfortable.
I love that. And I notice now, like it's part of your brand now, when your funky earrings, you always have like a fun, you know, design or color. And I'm like, that's part of your thing. I didn't plan this, but like, I'm very comfortable with my hair out of my face.
Yeah.
And so I wear a headband. If you go looking through my whole, you know, grid, I'm always in a headband. Yeah. But it's because I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to be focused on this, but it's kind of become like part of my brand. Right. But I loved your suggestion about even something that's off screen. Did you say wear your favorite cowboy boots? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I gave that as an example. Like even if you don't show your feet, but you have your favorite shoes that make you feel, you know, like Superwoman or, you know, sexy or beautiful or whatever, then put them on. Like, why not?
It reminds me of, I had a friend in college that had these one pair, she called them her exam day panties. And she would only wear her exam day panties on the days when she I don't know what they looked like, but she just needed that like confidence, and only she knew she was wearing them. But I love that idea of like,
there you go.
Whatever it is.
Put on your favorite panties.
Wear your real, wear your batch creation panties.
No one's gonna know.
No one's gonna know.
Oh
my gosh, you're so much fun. Okay, so what is like your word, you know, just top of mind if someone is just feeling like overwhelmed with nervousness, self-doubt, to really take the leap and create those videos? What would you say to them?
So another thing I would say is really focus like on your message, you know, like how do you help your clients or your customers, you know? And, you know, the truth is, you know, short form video, I think it's really here to stay. And this is how we're marketing ourselves. You know, 20 years ago, we entrepreneurs, you didn't have to worry about getting on camera. Like what? Like it's not a natural thing, right? But if you kind of remind yourself, well, why am I doing this business thing in the first place? What do I want my ideal client to know about? And if I don't show up, they're not going to know that I'm here to help them. It's true. It's kind of a hard pill to swallow, but it's true. It's true. This is how we're connecting with this is how we're marketing ourselves now. So really just focus on your message. Don't even worry so much about your appearance. You know, like I said, do what you got to do to feel comfortable and confident. But at the same time, you know, I think we're all very self-conscious, right? Like, oh, I hope no one notices about my ear that's bigger than the other ear, or, you know, things in our head, right? You know, or, oh, I don't like my hair today, and I hope no one notices. Like, don't focus on that. Just tell yourself, I have an important message to get out there. So I need to, oh, my hair on my face. You know, I need to do that. I need to put on my big girl pants or panties and just do it. And I think that kind of pushes you a little bit.
So putting the message first.
Yeah.
Making
just remembering.
Sure
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like really have that in here and in your heart, and let that kind of be your guide to kind of push you past out of your comfort zone.
So there's some mindset work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think we have to remind ourselves, like, just being an entrepreneur, we're already risk takers. We're already pushing the envelope, right? We're already getting out of our comfort zone. And it comes with the territory. You know, there's going to be a bunch of things we have to do that make us uncomfortable, whether it's going live, sending out an email, making that phone call, making a video. And so we have to remember, like, okay, it's normal. It's okay to feel uncomfortable, but this is part of what I signed up for, right? And so you just got to do it. And the more you do it, you're going to build your confidence, and you're going to get less and less uncomfortable.
You know, I appreciate that. Like, just even getting in the frame of mind that this is just part of the job. And we all have things in our job descriptions that we would rather outsource, but being the face of your brand is not one of them. Exactly. You cannot outsource that.
No, exactly.
So
yeah,
I love that. And just eventually, you know, maybe at first you'd be deliberate about it, but then eventually it's not going to be so daunting. Okay. So what are some, and I'm sure I'm sure you noticed, but like, what are some common mistakes that we make that you're like, you could speak into that maybe we could avoid when we're creating our reels?
So this one's not related to confidence, but well, one thing is I see a lot of business owners popping a whole bunch of photos in their reel, put some music on it, and call it a day. And it's kind of a pet peeve of mine, because I'm like, once in a while, okay, or if you want to show like before and after, or if you're a photographer, you want to show your work, okay. But really, for most business owners, you want to use reels for video. Save the photos for your regular posts, your carousel posts, and just really focus on video. I see that a lot. They'll just put a whole bunch of photos in every reel, and I'm like, no, it's not as engaging. It's not as engaging as video.
That's really true. I've noticed that too. Okay, so this is a totally selfish question then. Like, what if it's I'll take a graphic and then maybe I will put like I'll animate the letters or the words, you know, to like look like a typewriter is typing them out. Like, would you steer against that, or like, do you think that's appropriate? Or
I mean, like, once in a while, if you want to, you know, express a message that way, I think it's fine. But don't do that, you know, predominantly. Like, once in a blue moon, okay, but like 95% of the time, 98% of the time, show yourself.
Okay. So what else? Like, what else do you see that you're just like, oh, stop?
Well, a big one is not putting text on the screen. You always want to have text on the screen that's going to speak to your ideal client, that's going to reflect what your reel's about. So when they're scrolling, they'll know right away, okay, this reel is for me. I want this information. Because a lot of people also watch reels without any sound. So if they're scrolling and scrolling, no matter how cute you are, you know, they see your lips moving. If they don't know what the reel's about, there's a good chance they might not watch it. So always have text, or what we call a hook, on the screen from the get-go to, you know, show what the reel's about, and make it enticing sounding for your ideal client, so they will stop scrolling and watch your reel.
And I noticed like your reels, you're like, your face is in the thing. Like you can you speak to like anything about like camera, you know, angle, or like how we approach this?
I wouldn't say there's any hard and fast rules about that. However, well, one thing that I do is I always make sure there's going to be that there's going to be room and space for me to add the text to the screen. So I always make sure there's like some room above my head. Usually I like to put the text up here. So you kind of want to think about that. But other than that, I mean, really just have fun with the angles. I like to play with different kind of angles actually sometimes. And, you know, if I'm outside, sometimes I'll hold the phone in my hand instead of putting it on my tripod and kind of circle it and walk with, you know, just have fun with it. Just make sure you're leaving room. So when you do add the text to the screen, it's not going to cover your face. You don't want to do that.
No, this is good to think about, because I know when you turn your camera on, you don't want to be thinking about all those elements. Right. So, okay, that is really helpful. You are a wealth. You are such a wealth. Okay, so how do you help your clients?
Yeah, so what I do is I actually provide a content outline for them for their reels every week. I provide like the song to use, what to do, suggested actions. I provide the hook that goes on the screen to grab attention, and recording tips and all of that. And I do that for them, but it's also customized. So I call it done for you reels, but it's customized based on your personality and your business and your audience. So my clients' reels won't look like mine, and each of theirs will be different because I don't make them generic, in other words, right? They're customized, but I take a lot of it off of your plate. So all you have to do is record it, and without stress, without, oh gosh, what am I going to do this week in my reels?
Oh, wow. So how you said you do that week by week?
Right. Yeah. So that way I stay on top of the trends for you and things like that. And you'll have it ready for you, all laid out, good to go.
That is, I mean, that's amazing. Okay. So tell me a little bit about like what are you working on? How can we follow, you? What do you have coming up? How can we stay connected?
Yeah. So Instagram is the best way. So my Instagram name is @boldinherbiz. And yeah, Instagram's my favorite place to be online. So of course I have my website, but yeah, Instagram, follow me and connect with me on there.
Thank you so much for sharing. I mean, this has just been such a wealth for me. I'm like, I want to pick your brain, but thank you so much. You've given us so much great, just great things to think about. I think my favorite though is like if it's the cowboy boots or real day panties, like just put it on. If that's what helps, do it.
I'm not gonna forget about that one. That's pretty funny.
That's good.
I can do a reel about that. Do you have your lucky panties? Wear them in your next reel.
You are so much fun. Just keep bringing that energy and that confidence that you bring in your reels. I love it, and I'm glad I got to share you with this group today. And Brooke she is in this group, so if you have any questions for her, she's Brooke Strauss, and you can get in touch with her that way, or find her on Instagram @boldinherbiz. You will love it. You'll love following her reels. She slows the scroll. Okay, so well, Brooke, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the group.
Thanks for having me. Okay,
bye.
Bye.